My name is Ruth DeGolia, and I'm Executive Director and founder of Mercado Global, which is a fair trade nonprofit that connects women's artisan cooperatives in rural Latin America to major companies here in the US. I talk about how I formed Mercado Global when I was a sophomore in college as a means to connect these amazing women that I was working with in rural Latin America to major companies here in the US, such as Levi Strauss, Nordstrom, Crate and Barrel, Hallmark. And I talk about the impact that that's had in the communities where we work. How moms who never had the chance to go to school, who can't read and write, are sending their daughters to school for the first time. And the type of change that that's creating in these communities, within these families, and how it's changing the future of the next generation in the region where we work. At the same time, I talk about how companies can have profits through principles, how they can do well while also doing good. Many of the collections that companies that we partner with here in the US sell will be their top selling collections. And I think that reflects the fact that Americans are interested in purchasing products that have a positive social impact. I've spoken at undergraduate colleges across the country, also have spoken at a number of business schools and to groups of women executives. I think it's very important for undergraduate students to know that there isn't this choice that they face of going into the corporate world and just working to make as much money as possible or going into the nonprofit sector. I think people need to know that they could be empowered to have a social impact wherever they work and whatever they do, be it that they work at a major company in the fashion industry and they help their company start to partner with an organization like us to source products that have a social impact. Or maybe they'll join a board of a nonprofit and help have a positive impact in that way. And maybe some of the young people that are graduating college today would like to start an organization the way that I have. And I think it's really important that young people know that the limit is what they can imagine, that just because someone else hasn't done it before, just because it hasn't been built yet, doesn't mean that they can't build it and that they can't be successful. And I think that the next generation has a major responsibility to help develop some of the new organizations, the new companies that will come up with new approaches for tackling entrenched social problems. And I'd like to share what I've learned doing this with the next generation so that young people can learn from my mistakes and they can learn what's worked and they could have some of the tools that they need to be successful as they graduate college and go out into the world and figure out how they can help make the world a better place. If you'd like to learn more about me, please go to samaralectures.com.